All right, let's talk about the game. There are two stories being told right now. There's the story the suits, the regulators, the guys in the big office buildings, they want you to hear. It's all about dangerous YouTubers and scary TikTok videos. But then there's the story the data is telling, the signal. And that, my friends, is a completely different story.
And here we go. This is the official script, hot off the press from the global regulators themselves. The big headline is, Finfluencers, people on social media, are a major risk. They're spreading, and I quote, misleading or biased information. Sounds pretty serious, right? They're really laying it on thick.
And that right there is the question, isn't it? It's the glitch in their whole matrix. See, they're spending an awful lot of energy and an awful lot of paper writing these reports about online personalities, which really makes you wonder, what are they hoping you're not looking at while you're busy reading their reports? Let's hang on to that thought. Okay, so first let's dive into their side of the story. We'll call it the Suits Manifesto. This is their big declaration of war on what they say is the #1 threat to your money. So who's the public enemy #1? The Finfluencer. It's a very official-sounding name for people talking about money on the internet. And what's their big crime? Apparently, they're changing how younger people make decisions. And for the establishment, change, that's always a problem. So here are the official dangers they've cooked up. You've got your unlicensed advice, risky products, all the usual suspects. But my personal favorite is this one, anti-skilled influencers. It's a masterpiece of a term. They're actually worried that influencers who are maybe, more entertaining, get more followers than the skilled ones. Apparently being charismatic is a systemic risk now. Who knew? Okay, so they've got their manifesto. They've identified the enemy. Now what? Well, now they're going on the hunt. They are actively policing the apes. So let's take a look at the massive financial crime rings they've managed to bust. This should be good. And here are the results, straight from their own report. These are the big international takedowns. In France, someone got a strongly worded letter for posting on a forum. Wow. In Turkey, a YouTuber got hit with about a 30 grand fine. And in the US, a company got fined for its social media program. These are the headline-making busts, folks. And this just says it all. You remember that huge French market manipulation case, the one so important it had to be included in a global report from international securities regulators? The total profit they made from this grand scheme was 14,000 euros. Let that sink in for a second. 14,000 euros. Which brings us right back to our little question. Is a 14,000 euro profit really the 5-alarm fire that's threatening to burn down the entire global financial system? Or could it just be a whole lot of smoke designed to make you look in one direction while the real fire is raging somewhere else entirely? Okay, that's enough of their story. Time to unplug from that narrative. Let's go looking for the glitch. Let's find the part of the code they really hope you never, ever see. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to completely ignore the noise they're making. And instead, we're going to focus on the signal. You want to know what the clearest signal in the entire market is? It's watching where the insiders, the whales, the smart money, are putting their own real cash. And for that, we're looking at the raw data, the actual filings compiled by places like Dataroma. See, this isn't some hot take on Twitter. This isn't a YouTube video with a catchy thumbnail. This is what the people who literally run the companies are doing with their own money. These are the whale trades, and it's time we decode them. Okay, check this out. November 20th. Insiders at Energy Transfer, ticker ET, decided to drop over $500 million buying up their own company's stock. We're talking $569 million. That's not a tip, that's a statement. Think that's big? Okay, let's rewind a few days to November 17th. Insiders at TransDigm Group, TDG, casually bought $1.77 billion worth of their own shares. That's billion with a B, in one day. And how about one more for good measure? A single insider at Transmedics Group drops a cool $114 million. Remember that 14,000 euro crime wave they were so worried about in France? Yeah, this is what it looks like when real money actually moves. And here it is, the whole game laid out in one simple picture. Over on the left, that tiny little pixel you can't even see, That's the Finfluencer crime that the regulators are writing pages and pages about. And the giant skyscraper on the right? That's just one of the insider buys we just looked at. So I have to ask, what are the real priorities here? So let's just put it all together. It's time to finally separate the signal from the noise. On the left, you've got the noise. This is their story. They want you terrified of unskilled YouTubers, misleading forum posts, and celebrity crypto endorsements. But over on the right, that's the signal. That's where billions upon billions of dollars from company insiders are actually going. While they're busy writing reports about some YouTubers' affiliate links, insiders are quietly making 9- and 10-figure bets on their own companies. This is the disconnect. This is the glitch in the matrix. So what do we do with all this? How do we use this information? Well, this is what we call the Ape Quant mandate. It's our playbook for navigating their matrix. And it all starts with this: diamond hands. It just means you hodl, you hold on, even when things get crazy. But here's the key. It's not about blind faith. It's about trusting the signal, the data, more than you trust the noise. It's holding onto your bananas when the whole jungle starts to shake, because you've seen the raw data and you know exactly what the whales are doing. All right, time for the part where I read the legal warning. Look, none of this is financial advice. It's educational banter, okay? The market is a casino, a very, very weird casino. All we're doing here is showing you the cards that the dealer accidentally left facing up on the table. What you do with that information, that's on you. So we end up right back where we started. The suits are watching the Finfluencers, we're watching the suits, and more importantly, we're watching the money they seem to be ignoring. So the final question is for you. Who do you think they're really hoping you'll keep your eyes on? Drop your theory in the comments. I want to know what you think.
We are watching this chart like a hawk. While you wait for the next candle, grab your free gear. Sign up for Public to get $20 in free assets, check Webull for that BTC promo, or grab your NVDA stock on Moomoo. All the links are right there in the description. And as always, smash the like, subscribe to the tribe, apes together strong. I'll catch you on the next one.